the patio on my island. On the island. I don't own no island. Let me correct that. I don't own an island now. But I'm chilling on the patio, having a good, great Thursday. Destorius Crockett, the first one in the building. I'm not even surprised, brother. You have been supporting this channel. You've been a real one, a day one sub. So salute to you, my brother Destorius Crockett. Giving you your flowers now, because you deserve it. Make sure you all hit the like button. Uh, he says, Destorius Crockett says Tatum as well. Yeah, Tatum is on that list. It's just the picture that I found. That that was the only picture I could find for the thumbnail. But yeah, of course, Booker, Tatum, and many others are on that list, man. The NBA's in good hands, man. Everybody could talk about, oh, this player is not playing in the finals. It's not. Did you look at the ratings? For those who are listening, did you look at the ratings? The ratings went off the roof, literally. What's good, Jaheim Nesbitt? He said, new media, you know what it is. The ratings were just staggering, especially that game against the Clippers playing against the Suns. That game winner was everything. That was one of the highest rated games in years. Look at the stats. Shout out to the sister J&J video. You finally got your notification, huh? Rave Kingdom, I see you, my brother. Macrina Daniel, new media, yes it is, yes. Y'all know how we do, man. We spread positivity and knowledge. And here's the great thing about new media. You can disagree with me. As long as you're respectful, hey, all conversations are welcome. Hoop Jargon in the building, he said, yup, the power shift is amongst us. Yeah, man. New media, no doubt. The power shift is really something, man. Trey Young is playing out of his mind right now. Nobody saw that from Trey Young. We know he would be putting points, but he's really elevated his game. J&J video says, smash that like button, fam. Let them know. Let them know. But yeah, man, I'm excited about today's NBA, man. So many players, man, from Luka to Booker to Trey Young, Zion, LaMelo, Tatum, John Morant. The list goes on, man. Anthony Edwards is emerging, and I'm sure he's going to get 23 to 25 points next year. I'm truly excited about the new crop of talent. Don't forget the 2021 draft class. They're going to have some ballers. Jalen Green, Jalen Suggs, Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley. I mean, this is fun, man. I love it. Hedge says if the Hornets had a better front office, they could be like the Hawks. Yeah, it starts with giving your point guard direction, which is giving your point guard the keys to the offense. Not just the keys to the offense, but the keys to the team. Build around your point guard. It's a really simple concept, but sometimes these organizations overthink and think they're the smartest people in the room when they're not. It doesn't matter if you got a degree at Yale or Princeton. If you do not know the chemistry of basketball, you're useless as a talent evaluator or GM. That's just facts. We got 20 plus people. Make sure you hit the like button. J&J video says facts, DJ. You know, I'm preaching early this morning, man. I'm preaching early this morning. Alex says, do you think LeBron's retirement is close if the rumors are true? LeBron could probably play a year or two more years. Now, I would not be surprised if LeBron retired next year. But LeBron, I'm guessing that he wants to go out on his terms, and he doesn't want his last game to be this previous playoff game against the Suns. That was embarrassing. Again, AD wasn't there, and there was a lot of injuries. So that played a factor. Who Jugget says as long as he leaves my Lakers. Who Jugget probably throw a celebration knowing him. Head said, isn't he trying to play with Bronny? No, that's just a rumor. Bronny, I don't know if he's. Bronny may not be a one and done player. Bronny probably would be a two and done player. Like, I could really see Bronny being a player. He may come out his freshman year no matter what. But talent wise, he may be a two and done type of athlete. He's very talented, but I don't see him like automatically one and done just yet. I got to see some more from Bronny. Hoop Jargon says I can't take the LeBron Laker fans. I can't. There's nothing against LeBron James. LeBron is great. LeBron gives back to his community, and he's a leader on the court. You know me. You never idolize, you know, people who are anyone. But I'm just saying on the court, LeBron has on court leadership. He's very vocal. He's a perfectionist. But his fans, uh, yeah, they go out of their way. I see your point, Hoop Jargon. Hoop Jargon says, I saw Bronny play in Dallas 2 years ago. I got to see how he's progressed. Exactly. I'm taking that approach. SMG Cash Out says, "Where's Lonzo? On the thumbnail? Why would Lonzo be on the thumbnail? He's a good defender and he's a proven. But what has he done to be on that thumbnail? And I'm a big fan of Lonzo Ball, but we got to be objective, man. Why would if I put Lonzo Ball on that thumbnail, this video wouldn't be taken seriously? I get what you're saying, SMG, that you think that Lonzo's going to be a top 10 point guard in the league, but I can't put him on that list when it hasn't been proven yet. He's got to put in that work before I even make a video on that. Hujar, you know what I'm talking about. If I put a picture of Lonzo with Trey Young, John Morant, uh, Tatum, Booker, Luka, and many others, they'll be like, wait a minute, man, that's not objective. And they will click the dislike button before even liking it. Hoop Jargon said the Zoes have arrived. SMG says you right. Hey, that's what I like about new media, man. We could chop this thing down, talk about it, and have an educated discussion. And shout out to you, SMG, for just keeping it real and saying, hey man, I understand where you're coming from. Because we all want Lonzo. Shoot, if it was me, I would love Lonzo to be a top 5 player in the NBA. But he's got to put in the work first, which he's doing now. And if he gets to that level, we will give him his flowers. Hoop Dragon says, you look like a clown, and we love Lonzo. Yeah. They would never, all the Hoop fans who love basketball would never take me or anyone in new media seriously if I would have put Lonzo in that picture with those players. They would say, wait a minute, we know he's improving, but he hasn't done anything yet. And I know there's factors because of he's never been given the keys. He's never actually played point guard. So let's wait and see what Lonzo becomes with a different team before we do that. I just got to be fair to all my hoop fans out there who love basketball. I love basketball, but I got to be fair to y'all. I'm not doing my part if I'm not fair, and I'm out here being a fan. I can't be a stan today. I got to be a fan of basketball, not about a player. King Common Sense has agreed with the Zoe part, though. Yeah, but I want to say shout out to you as well as SMG for understanding my point. Man, we want Lonzo. Shoot, I want Lonzo to make an all-star team next year. But I know he's got to put in the work. See, I'm not going to say he's going to be an all-star and the work is not put in yet. And I know he's working hard right now. See the difference? That's the difference. Best Impact says Lonzo can be up there, but he needs to become a scorer, not a shooter. See, That's common sense. That's the difference right there. Best impact put it well. He said Lonzo can be up there. And we gotta be in that mindset. Yeah, he can be up there, but we gotta see it next season. I respect that take. Yeah, we're learning. This is how we do it. This is how we have accurate discussions. This is how we do it right there. Who Jargon says one of these things is not like the other one. Exactly. Exactly. King Common Sense says I would put in Aiden instead of Zion. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Tatum could is on the list as well, but I didn't find a picture for that. So I wanted to find a picture of Aiton and Tatum on there with Booker, but I couldn't find one. And you know I had to put LaMelo because he's on fire right now. He just won Rookie of the Year, so you got to put the latest Rookie of the Year on there. That's only being fair. But I'm not going to be mad if someone says Booker is better than LaMelo, Trey Young's. Of course, they're older. They're supposed to be for now. That's the you see how we're doing things. That's what new media is all about, man. Common sense. Common freaking sense. SMG Cash Out says, "Yeah, DJ, you right. We are where the improvements in Lonzo. He just got to believe in himself. That's what it's all about, my brother. That's what it's all about. It's all about believing in yourself. Everything, all of Lonzo's weaknesses are all mentally. It's not skill passing. He's elite. His 3-point per shooting has increased. The problem is he needs the mental toughness to attack that basket because he's 6'6", and I believe he's 215 pounds. He's gotten stronger. He's more athletic, meaning Lonzo. Lonzo's more athletic than LaMelo, stronger than LaMelo. So there's no reason for LaMelo to be attacking the basket more than him. That's something that he's working on right now, and if he improves in that, he may make an all-star team. Lonzo may make an all-star team if he improves on attacking the basket. That's all he has to work on. He already got the defense. See, I'm giving y'all the answers. I'm giving y'all the solutions today. Y'all can't tell me Lonzo wouldn't make the all-star team if he attacked the basket the way he should be. But back to Trey Young. Trey Young, man, he is proving a lot of people wrong, man. And I hated where the old media was not complaining, but comparing Trey with Luka. I believe both of them went to the places that they needed to be. Luka to Dallas is a fit, especially in the suburbs of Dallas. That fits with what they're trying to do. You know how the Dallas Mavericks are. They had Dirk, and then they had Steve Nash at one point, and now they got Luka. They're on that trend. And then for the culture, Atlanta was a fit for Trey Young. I think the trade benefited both parties. Who Jargon says, I heard a cat say LaMelo gonna be Michael Carter Williams. Oh man, that person who said that, bro, must be on something. He must have been on it. Who did it and why? Best Impact said LaMelo needs to get the keys. He will flourish in the pick and roll like Trey and Luka. That's why I haven't compared LaMelo to Trey and Luka just yet, because he hasn't been given the keys. See, when I compare Trey, Luka, and Booker, they have been given the keys, so that's a fair analysis. Who Jordan says Zoe needs a better half-court moves to break down his defender too. That's another thing he needs to work on. But here at New Media again, we're all about honest assessments. You see how we did not put anybody down, but we pointed out what they need to work on to be successful. Can you imagine if Lonzo had a floater game in the half court and he could pull that floater up and nail that? Can you imagine how much he'll keep defenses honest? It will make a difference. King Common Sense said this offseason is the most important thing for Zoe. He has to go to a team that will fit his skill set. Exactly. I don't want to hear shit about Lonzo and Charlotte. I want Lonzo to be, excuse my language, I want Lonzo to be on a good team. That's the most important part. A good team with an identity. The Charlotte Hornets are still searching for their identity. See, the identity is already there with LaMelo, but ego and trying to be, this trying to act like there's some prestigious organization is what's handicapping the Hornets. And shout out to the OG Coach Joe. He said, "Facts, new media. What's good, President? Man, it's a blessing, my brother. It's a blessing, and it's good to have you on, OG. That's why y'all gotta listen to your OGs, man. I learned a lot about basketball from a lot of OGs, especially Coach Joe, especially the game within the game, and how this game called the NBA works. Not only on the court but off the court." J&J Video says a younger brother is what they need to get Miles Turner so he can get a decent pick and roll. Yeah, got to get a Miles Turner would be a big boost for the Hornets, especially for LaMelo Ball. Let's see. Best Impact says, "I'm not sure Lonzo wants to get beaten when you go to the basket." Well, he has to get to the basket. See, that's the thing. That's what I was talking about. The mind game, the mental. Lonzo can't just focus on, oh, I may get hit if I attack the basket. That's one of Lonzo's main weaknesses. It's the mind. Man, LaMelo Ball is what, 183? He attacks the basket more than anyone his weight. And he knows he's gonna get hit. And he knows he's not. Man, when's the last time LaMelo Ball had a good foul call? When he got like pummeled through the basket. Oh, JJ Video. I figured that. I was like, what did JJ say? He said, "Sorry, DJ, voice test jacked up my last message." Oh, yeah, I figured what you was trying to say. You were trying to say that Miles Turner will help the pick and roll with LaMelo Ball. As for Luka Doncic, I have a solution for Luka Doncic. If you're a Dallas Maverick fan, here's a solution. Luka Doncic has to reduce his usage rate. I know it's controversial, but I have to say it. If Luka Doncic does not reduce his usage rate, it's going to be like James Harden. James Harden is getting nagging hamstring injuries because he has such a high usage rate. It's messing up his hamstrings. Shout out to Jason Zimmerman, day one subscriber. How you doing, my brother? Hoop Jargon says Miles would open the pick and roll scenario. That's a great thing. Yep. And I tell you one thing, Miles Turner with the Hornets in that pick and roll, that's going to be hard to stop. I don't care who it is. Alex says, "Do you think LaMelo will stay at the Hornets?" Here's the thing. It's a really simple, point of view. Just make sure the rookie, which is now going to be a sophomore in the NBA, LaMelo Ball, is feeling appreciative. He got to feel wanted. And there was some people who messaged me that said, "Do you see LaMelo supporting James Borrego, shouting him out?" Well, that's LaMelo's character. He's never going to talk bad about a coach, even if a coach doesn't know what they're doing. LeVar has taught his kids that. Tina taught her kids that. So that's just being house trained. That has nothing to do with if he thinks the coach is not playing well or not. I look at the facial expressions in games. I look at when LaMelo was on fire against a certain team. I think it was like the Raptors or something. And the coach put LaMelo on the bench. And I looked at his face. He was cheering on his team, but he was disappointed because he wanted to help win that game. And they ultimately lost that game against Toronto. That was earlier in the season. So, yeah, LaMelo's always going to be a team player. He's never going to be disruptive. But I tell you one thing, if they don't do right by that brother, you see what Zion and Luka are doing right now, stating their opinions, it may get like that. And how the Ball family move, the kids may not even say anything, and something may be in the works. That's how they move. They move in silence. Yeah, LeVar may say something, but those kids, they're pretty smart. They move in silence. But back to Luka. All that usage rate is catching up to him. He has to learn how to play off ball. Unless you're built like LeBron James is built like something we have never seen before. So he can have a high usage rate and not get beat down. And like Coach Joe said, James also been out of shape all year. Yeah, James has not been on shape this year because he played in the bubble and they won a championship. When he get that ankle right and when AD gets a better trainer, things to look forward to. Remember, in the playoffs, when the Lakers lost to before the Lakers lost to the Suns, the first games when AD was playing, they couldn't stop AD. And I have nothing against the Suns, but I put money that if AD was healthy, they could have beaten the Suns in the first round. I truly believe that. No one will tell me otherwise. Samuel says Luka does that because his teammates can't really do anything themselves. I think they could do. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. can put in buckets. I think he's very good. It's about Luka trusting his teammates, but it's also a coach putting them in the best position. See, the one thing Carlisle did wrong was, yeah, you're supposed to um, help your teammates out, and yes, you're supposed to make sure your star player is the focal point. But they did too much of that. They made it all about Luka instead of making it all about the team. And if the Mavericks did it the right way, they would have went past the first round. We got 40 plus people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. We got 15 likes. As for Zion, I want to bring up Zion. Zion Williamson, his problem is the organization of the Pelicans. They're trying to turn him into point Zion. That's not going to be good for his body. He's out of shape a lot. He needs to lose that baby fat. He's got to get trimmed down for the sake of his knees. I've been saying it from the beginning. If Zion is not trimmed, man, I don't know how long he could play. Y'all got to understand physics, man. And yeah, y'all can say, oh, look at LeBron James, but LeBron James is always in shape. He was out of shape this year, and you look at LeBron. He was hurt. He had a lot of nagging injuries. When you're out of shape, that's what happens. Zion got to lose that baby fat. I remember someone in the inbox told me that what about Bi? Well, Bi, his problem is tunnel vision. Oh, salute to Coach Joe, man. He said he got to run. He said great show, fire. Thank you, Coach Joe. Thank you, OG. Whenever I do another show, I got to have Coach on just to chop it up. King Common Sense says Trey had to get the big stage for the lead to give him his respect. Luka was given his the minute he was drafted. Yeah, that was by design. That was by design. Let's keep it a buck, man. Y'all want me to keep it a buck. Luka Doncic, even though he's a Spaniard, Slovakian, I believe, he has the American golden boy look. So the NBA made sure that he was the face as soon as he was drafted. Luka Doncic had more respect than the number one overall pick, DeAndre Ayton. Flight Sports TV in the house. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He said, what's good, bro? Keep it a buck. Oh, yeah, man. It's the complexion, man. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people to say it's not about race. And, you know, I don't complain about everything, but I'm just keeping it a buck. I have to say this. Luka Doncic have an American Anglo-Saxon look was the reason why he had a lot of media favor that players like Trae Young, Aiden, and many others didn't get. And Trae Young had to take his respect for them to notice. He had to take his respect. And now all of a sudden, the same people that was hating on Trae Young are out of the woodworks talking about, oh, man, I knew he was going to be this good. No, you didn't. You said he was too small and couldn't do anything. See, I'm man enough to say I was partially wrong. I knew Trey Young could ball. My thing is, I like to take a taller, bigger point guard. That's my thing. So I can admit when I'm wrong, but I never said that, oh, Trey Young couldn't do this. I'm not surprised with Trey Young doing. Trey Young been doing this since he was what, eighth grade? Shooting threes from distance. Now he's not like Curry, but he's good enough. Uh Hoop Dragon said 100% point about BI DJ. Yeah, that tunnel vision, man. That's the reason why the Pelicans ain't going nowhere. BI got too much talent to have that tunnel vision. Who Dragon says Luka played in the ACB league though. He's that dude. Yeah, Luka is that dude. I'm just talking about the media favor. Boy, can you imagine if Luka was in the Western Conference Finals? Can you imagine the coverage, man? Because remember in the playoffs when he was dicing the Clippers up, they were saying already that he's a top 3 player in the NBA that quickly. I'm just telling you how the media is. Shout out to Quell Davis, man, real one. He said, "What up, DJ Coach? New media. You already know what it is." Who Jargon says Zion's handles are sloppy for that role. Yeah, it's too sloppy. Too much turnovers. Y'all realize the media never point that out. Every time the Pelicans put Zion at the point, do that damn point Zion shit, he's turning over the ball like 90 going north. Boy, it's like uh, uh, the Harlem Globetrotters. You have to hope and pray that Zion don't turn over the ball. And I like Zion. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Who Dragon said that's where I'm at on Trey Young too. Yeah. If I'm building a team, I've always said, hey, you build with length. You get bigger point guards, you get bigger guards. But yeah, as for talent, I've never said that, oh, Trey was not gonna do this or that. I'm not surprised what Trey doing. If you put a right coach, that's what any young player who has talent. If you give a young player the right coach, things change. Best Impact says Luka might be the best player in the league. Just look at his stats. People were going crazy about Kevin Durant, and Luka has several games like that. Do you know that Luka Doncic actually has a higher usage rate than KD? And that's why KD has won a championship. Yeah, he played with the Warriors, but the reason why they won because everybody bought in. See, KD could play off the ball. Luka can't. So Luka have all those stats he want, but not all stats are the same. Remember, usage rate and touches make the point. Ray says, is Cade a point guard? I don't really watch college basketball. Cade Cunningham is a dual forward with point guard abilities. I won't say point guard like what these evaluators are doing because you can't average a 3.5 to 4 assist to turnover ratio and be a point guard. I call that. Shout out to Rashard Phillips. I call him a dual forward. Yes, he could sometimes play point guard, but he's really has small forward abilities. J&J Video says 46 people in the chat, 24 likes. Smash the like button. So true. Flight Sports TV says you right. King Common Sense says Luka problem is his stats. He don't game manage to win games, but he do put up numbers. Kenneth Sell says Luka equals Larry Bird. Luka's not Larry Bird. Luka had enough IQ to know. It's not even enough IQ because I think Larry Bird had enough wherewithal to know when to pace himself. Luka doesn't do that. Luka would keep dribble, 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 dribble to get his points or assists. Whereas Larry Bird, he realized when the team is down, he's going to make the right plays to keep a team down. And plus, even though Larry Bird didn't have the athleticism, he was a good defender because he tried. He died for loose basketballs. He was physical. He would get steals. He will guard players that he know he shouldn't be guarding. Jason Zimmerman says Luka got that crybaby baby spirit. Yeah, I don't like that whining. Who Jargon says I cringe at point guard abilities, quote unquote. Give me Westbrook Dunn vibes. No, thank you. If I'm trying to win, nope. Yep. And shout out to Devin Booker again, man. I know a lot of people say he's arrogant and all this. I don't want to. When you could ball, you could be as arrogant as you want. You could talk your mess as much as you want. And I'm not gonna go there like everybody else will say that he's the next Kobe. But Devin Booker has Kobe-like abilities on offense. He's just not fully Kobe because Kobe on defense was a menace. Kobe would guard the best player, and he didn't give a damn if he was out of oxygen or he played too many minutes or he was tired. Kobe didn't care. He would guard the best player the whole game. He tell the player, his teammates, hey, I'm guarding him. They'd be like, Kobe, you just played 40 plus minutes. Kobe would be like, nah, I'm going to still guard him. That's the difference. Devin Booker, he's not guarding the best player all the time. Mikal Bridges is. Flight Sports TV says he ain't no Kobe. Yeah, I agree. Kenneth Snell says Larry Bird, Hall of Famer. Yep. Man, Larry Bird was something else, man. Could you, like, if Len Bias didn't have that overdose, if Len Bias lived, and I like those Detroit Pistons years in the '80s when they won those two championships because they were gritty, they were tough, and they were the only team that wasn't a super team that did it the right way. I get it, but y'all got to be honest. If Len Bias did not pass away in I think like '87, could you imagine how many championships this would have happened? Larry Bird would have played more years because he wouldn't have to do everything. He got hurt because he had to carry the Celtics because the other players got older. Ali says all these point guards ain't going to be as good as LaMelo in 5 years. It's their time now, but 3 to 5 years from now, it would be LaMelo's time. See, that's a fair time. That's a fair point. What Ali pretty much said is, yeah, you could say Devin Booker, all these guards, and Trey are better now. But 5 years, let's wait and see. That's why I don't get mad. I see a lot of people messaging me, oh, LaMelo will never be Trey Young. I said, okay, you can say that. Trey Young is on fire right now. But 5 years from now, let's see what happens. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but let's wait and see. Who Dragon says, just know Larry Bird was LeBron James good. Not athletically, game impact wise, far as a comparison. Yeah. Man. And my father, big Laker fan, he told me back, this is years ago, my father used to say Larry Bird was the one white guy that put fear in brothers. He was the only white guy that did that. That's how good Larry Bird was. Larry Bird was a menace, man. Every time you played against Larry Bird, you had to come with your A game. And he didn't act like a diva. Man, look at Larry Bird's highlights. This dude was scrappy. That's how he messed his back up, man. He would die for loose basketballs every time. Blockouts, everything. Best Impact says LaMelo outplayed Trey twice. That is true, but let's be fair now. Let's be fair now. I got to be objective on this. That's before Nate McMillan came into the scene. Once Nate McMillan came into the scene, Trey Young has went to another level. But I got to be fair to Trey on that one. But you are right. LaMelo did outplay Trey those previous 2 games. Who Jargon says, yep, Deion Sanders did it best. Talk shit, back it up. Exactly. Who Jargon says, Lord of Len Bias was on the Celtics. Good Lord. You said Lord if Len Bias was on the Celtics. Yeah. Len Bias, man, he was something that they never seen at their time. He could play small forward, power forward. He had a mid-range jump shot. He could shoot threes if he was asked to. Super athletic. Every time he played against Michael Jordan, that was Michael Jordan's toughest competition. Go look at the film. Like Michael Jordan, that was the only player to outplay Michael Jordan was Len Bias. That's how good he was. Who Dragon says, imagine if Bird grew up shooting at the three. He ain't use them till he get to the NBA. Yeah, Larry Bird, because of the rules of college and high school, because back then you couldn't shoot threes. They didn't have a 3-point line. Can you imagine if Larry Bird played with today's fitness centers and training methods and shooting coaches? Oh my God, this dude would have broke every single record. Rap guy says Luka gives diva vibes. Yeah. Uncle Vern says Luka is nice like that too, DJ. Yeah, I know Luka's nice, but he's gotta take away some of that usage rate, man. That's not gonna end well in his career. He gonna have nicks and knacks and hamstring problems. He gotta reduce that usage rate. Oh man, I forgot that Kenneth Reggie Lewis, if he didn't pass away. So the Celtics would have had Larry Bird, McHale, Reggie Lewis, and Len Bias. That's crazy. But I'm about to roll out, man. Shout out to all the young players who's coming into the NBA, making it into the product that it is now, man. Salute to you, brothers, and keep doing y'all thing, man. I love it. This is fun for me. This is fun basketball. And again, I'm not anti anybody. I'm not even anti Luka. But I'm just saying what could help Luka. I'm telling you right now, if Luka learns how to play off ball, he would win more. I guarantee it. But he's got to take the challenge. Shout out to Devin Booker, Tatum, um, De'Aaron Fox, Melo, Trey, John Morant, Donovan Mitchell. I can't believe I didn't mention Donovan Mitchell is killing it, man. Donovan Mitchell is something like I could go on and on, man. This is a good crop of talent, man. Peace out to everybody. Have a great day. Have a blessed